Liquid lose, they go from one of the favorites out of the entire playoffs into missing the second event of the year, which is kind of catastrophic for them, if they do.
I mean, yeah, as you see in the agent select, we've got the same comps coming through. Angel on the Fade, Xiao on the Astro is saying about how we wish it was just Switch. We just want to see Xiao on the reveals again.
Yeah.
Like, it's the agents where he's tried and tested. He's arguably one of the best players in the world at Fade, at Sova, so...
And to go back to your point, Sue, about it being catastrophic, let's not forget Team Liquid made a roster change coming to stage 1. You have all of the fans now looking at this team and thinking, you know, was this really necessary? Did this really need to be done? Especially now that they're playing for a lifeline to be able to make it to Masters Toronto.
And that was so fantastic yesterday. Maybe they need some of that magic, Pansy and Hypok, if they want to take us to a map 3.
They need a lot more than magic, if I'm being honest. They're going to need a lot to bring them back here because it's the compounding problem, isn't it, Mike? Not only the map they just obviously dropped, but then you look at the one prior, you look at the series prior, the Fnatic series has to be on the forefront of our minds. NAVI obviously not in the same position. They got to sit back a little bit, not be in that same pressure moment. Now the question becomes, can they stand up to the pressure? Or will they go down with just a whimper as NAVI sit at one map to the good?
I was hoping another Nats pep talk has occurred in between maps here for Liquid to get back online. I mean, the major concern's got to be if NAVI, well, Ruxic and Xiao in particular, are able to mimic the same performance they had previously. So it almost felt like Xiao, the second coming of Xiao, almost.
Yeah. Pressure times here. NAVI on the defending side, of course, that then meaning Liquid on the attack. And they need a couple of players to really wake up now.
Definitely do. Slow start here. Hala sent out on B main, but noting both players here. Kiko down to 53 HP already, trying to make the Sheriff work. Trade-off of damage, sure, but no harm, no foul. Liquid not able to achieve anything in mid either. Draw out a fair amount of utility though, the Boombot being the final piece there. So it might be the regroup outside A, still two members of Na'Vi, Ruxic and Angel. Some complementary utility as well from Xiao. You see the pings coming through, the rotation already happening for Na'Vi.
Look, with that Vice Wall untriggered, utility still in place, they can afford to do this. They can cheat the player over, tuck two on the site, leaving one towards heaven. That is Xiao with a lot
from Angel
on his shoulders, though.
30
Be careful to not go down here. That would open up a lot of opportunity, but there's a lot of time left, and the recheck seemed a little excessive there. Maybe you could have let that go, but let's see if NAVI can still hold here. Angel doing what he likes best. Ruxic joining in as well. Angel's fallen, so Ruxic isolated on the site, but finding fights against Nats. And now giving advantage over into this 2v2. Make it a 2v1. Serial out of nowhere. Claiming 3 at the end.
Hesitation on the plant as well. A question mark if anybody else had slipped the net and could pressure that. Serial finds 3 on the pistol. Beautifully done for Ruxic. Tries his best in this situation. Gets the follow up here.
10 seconds left.
Maybe just a little eager to find someone else because the spacing just a little bizarre here when it came down to the line from Na'Vi. Like I said, they had the benefit of the clock as well. Maybe throw one onto site, contest the plant, especially with the player still safe in heaven.
Now Na'Vi left without really the means to challenge too much, looking for mistakes to make something out of, maybe some little trap plays, something to try and build through, but it does come back towards A. We do have 2 players waiting, a little bit of a forward position as well, so that would be, I believe, Ruxic and Koala Noob here. Ruxic left to his own devices, really. It looks like they're trying to maybe get something working together, but they did dismantle that little bit of a stack towards ramp, but all players drawn.
I was going to say, Camo on the other side of the map has actually slipped onto B site. I think the steps may be drawing an extra body from Na'Vi than you would have wanted.
Do they clear him? I feel like they've got to be aware. Oh no, Hero's got no idea. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, it got a little dangerous, but it's okay. And now they're here on time. And with 40 seconds, it feels like Liquid want to commit. Hold on, Angel's taking down Kiko. Can they keep this correct? Can they keep this clean? It doesn't look like clean's the option anymore as a 1v2 begins, but Xiao only has that classic. This position should be checked. It is, okay. It worried me a moment after we saw some of those corners not being checked on map 1, but now stability in the second.
Reserved in terms of the purchase, so not necessarily a huge loss to Liquid. I think maybe only really losing out on the one player being able to repurchase here in round 3. Yeah, the fact that NAVI even get bodies back here to B with Camo in so early. Oh. So NAVI looking to flood ahead of the plant coming in. So a big win for them.
Cutting through.
Definitely looking better in terms of the round 3 inventory.
Time to jump.
Quite clear in approach, really. Big test for Hero here. Don't know how long he wants to stick around on this. Site's already been taken through. Not only by one, but Kiko kind of supplementing that as well. So the fight back begins on ramp, but Kiko's appearance is divine. Swings through the smoke and connects on 2. Leaving just Rooksik and Xiao irrelevant.
Tough for them to break back in here. A 2v4 for them. That's tagged up, but everybody else looking pretty healthy. And an open plant, so plenty of opportunities for Liquid here in the post plant. Xiao's found the first. He's found the second.
How did he get 2? And now look at the final position.
He locked him out.
Nats has to adjust. You can see him. He knew what the issue could be. Dives up towards heaven early. Stall on the spike. Does Nats believe in it? It looks like he does for now, but he will have to make his hand known. Na'Vi waiting, and Nats' patience is paramount. Xiao doing everything he could. And time is going to be on their side for this defuse. But that got bloody close.
Could see almost a little bit of split direction here from Liquid. Maybe not even anticipating the attempt being made. It's stacked up to potentially trade on elbow, but
one enemy
yeah, the second swing.
Is ready.
That's why this one falls apart a little bit for Liquid. I think maybe, yeah, the surprise on Koala's face, probably indicative of expected to play for a couple of exits, maybe. It's a round win nonetheless. The first on the board for Na'Vi here on Split.
It looks repetitive. Liquid looking to exploit the same sort of thing. Does Koala Noob get any sort of success from up here? A lot of bodies to play up against if they further this Inquisition. This time though, one player split from the rest. But they're looking for a brawl here, and Koala Noob up to the challenge. Great shot on the second, and Na'Vi this time willing to take the fight. They find so much value.
My own style way I take
crunch on ramp. I think Liquid almost anticipating they would have the upper hand, but this time around, Na'Vi dig a little deeper. The re-clearance was perfect, and Koala Noob getting back to back.
Beauties there.
Yeah,
Control
yeah,
the second. That's
the discipline
nice.
ahead of the paint shell.
Enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Beautiful.
Cool, calm, and collected from Na'Vi here to find their second. Reset Liquid. Barring the showstopper, should feel like the third.
Toxins going up.
Kiko has anything to say about it. Bit of a switch up here on the Shiko. Hero got to be careful. Rooksik on the other side of this, but you see, maybe he was considering actually. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Grenade!
Oh, hungry to a little bit of a glance through that smoke. We know someone's watching though. It is Nats. Big shot from Nats.
Big
A bit of a
upgrade as
drive
well.
by, yeah, that could be
He's got second.
Come on, how's he getting to there? Oh, and Kiko's gonna find Xiao. Hold on, it's on Hero to hold the site. He's surrounded on multiple fronts. He's still got the wall to play from, but this just forces them forward. Found by Nats, putting it on the cape and becoming the hero they need. We ask a lot of him because he seems to be able to deliver those moments. But Koala Noob was clean before. A different scenario now, certainly not like what we saw on ramp. In a 1v3, what feels like a fated Nats round. Hard to face off against full util as well, still to play in with, but
Yeah, I think he's
the door's shutting.
thinking better of it.
Oh, Nats, what a round to have.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want from your leader. here facing elimination. A map 1 loss. Dismantling this anti-eco from NAVI. You see straight away there, even after the first, you almost expect Kiko looking for something with a showstopper. Yeah. The second comes through, all eyes on B side, get it in there. I mean, even tagging Hero down to 40 HP, I believe. Cool. Unlucky not to get the double.
Very nice. Pay safe card Thrifty there. They'll be happy with that one. And I'm sure we'll have the replay on this. Yeah. There it was. It was the
clumsy on the first. That's it, yeah.
Oh.
Angel.
3 down.
Fancied his chances on the rope, but punished. Actually, look at that. It's Liquid up to another 2 ultimates, only 1 away from Serials as well. So great position to be in. NAVI looking pretty flush as well in terms of this cycle.
Bring them down.
Liquid going to give up exploring towards A for the next few rounds.
My Potter broke.
Missing out this B hold now.
I'll handle
We're going to be able to find a ton of information here, though.
See how they couple the utility with this, though, right? You're looking at the ult coming in now. He can come out of this completely unscathed. I say that. Yeah, should catch Angel on the back way. Doesn't actually get the kill. That's Koala Noob. Dives forward himself.
Nobody else is here.
He's backfilled the space. They didn't take the space of that? What stalled them out?
Is it maybe the paint shell from Koala Noob? That maybe keep them
My ult's ready.
from
Locked to
entering.
main?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's a frustrating one. A lot was set in motion for that. Natch, yeah, slipped the net, but we know that Hero's still over towards that A site.
So being now whether or not, I was going to say Liquid can find a kill in mid. They found 2. Ruxic and Koala will fall.
The Promethean figure at these sort of lurks here, Nat's progenitor of it almost. Going to slow down Hero's rotation by the time he's causing all eyes to turn towards him. So it's left on the other.
30 seconds left.
They're coming towards this.
Where are
Is this a mistake? No, they've turned tail again. They looked unsure. They looked hesitant. And this could be their downfall. Xiao's still here. Not giving away the game. Oh, clean! Couldn't get the spray in the end. It was a bit shaky at the start, but the correction came through. But down to the 2v2. Serial trying to defend, he falls. Leaving just Patatek alive in a 1v2 now.
Maybe misreading the space between these 2 NAVI players, but now Patatek called upon. A 1v2 required.
He's got the Haunt, he's got the Seize. He's got a barrel out of place. Follows it up well.
It's caught.
Absolutely has. Haunt to the right.
Marked one.
Gets the ping. And now he knows what the sound of the song is! Liquid again! It feels like the odds are against them so often, and they come out with miracles!
We said he didn't have a chance to get anything done in map 1, but Patatek delivering here for Liquid. A beautiful 1v2. Isolates Hero. Punishes Angel with the C's.
Lovely.
So a brilliant recovery, really, around that looked like was going to slip through Liquid's fingers.
I was worried about that
Nice,
hesitation
Patrick.
almost.
Nice, Patrick. Good job.
That look towards A when the pick came up, they're like, oh, maybe this is it.
Nat's desperately trying to orchestrate something there. Again, you can't really blame him for the pit. Angel,
No.
a little bold in the swing
Yeah.
in, but would you have it any other way from Angel?
That is true.
Maybe a timeout here for NAVI to take stock. These first 6 rounds. So not necessarily a huge concern just yet. Perch is going to be a little shaky here entering round 7.
Again, it does feel like a lot of these have been coming down to that mid-rounding, right? That kind of like once that first move gets made, it's the reaction that comes in. Again, I was question marking that start really when we saw that ult coming through and then that pause, that little bit of doubt with Liquid almost, it felt like there in moments, but back on track at this 4-2. Hard fought for though, NAVI still very much within this touching distance. And it has been a while. What can they make of a Bucky, a Vandal, and a couple of pistols? Gonna get down and dirty.
Ultimates are there though. Hero 1 away. This could be huge in an anti-eco for NAVI if they get the upper hand. The showstopper being the one that really could get something happening. Angel kicking himself for that one.
Perilous start really, but
Screen down.
not what you're after.
Well.
But this...
This Ruxic given a chance here.
Looking at who can clear it. Looking at kind of, what?
I mean, yeah, if Koala Noob kind of takes contact here, even at distance.
I didn't even see this. Can't even find the right buttons to press, but there, look at this. Closing in. Okay, gets cleared. Serial really heads up work, checking the corners. Koala Noob next to full. Where there? Nats must have seen something there, but it wasn't much. And now the flank becomes somewhat irrelevant, doesn't it?
That's real inside the smoke. Headshot from Hero, but doesn't find the kill. Now it's just left on Shao. That's able to retrieve the orb as well. Yeah, maybe anticipating. They did spot him, yes. Beautiful round from Nats. The in-zone flawless for Team Liquid to hit 5.
Almost mechanical in that approach there. Really crossing the T's, dotting the I's. And it was just a pixel showing, but heads up work from Serial. And bloody hell, Nats.
Barely a kneecap showing from Koala Noob.
Yeah, on it. Absolutely on it.
Nats bouncing back, punished, a little bit bullied on Icebox in some of those early rounds.
I mean, this is his kingdom, right? This is his map. This was the one that kind of put him there in a lot of people's eyes. Those lurks, so notorious. And now with the operator. Not to be underestimated. Attack side op. To lead them through. Shao, are you prepared for what's around that corner? He's got help on the way, but for now he stands alone. Good on the first and tries to deny any follow-up. Denies the spacing or trading. All gonna come through and it's a blind send. Koala Noob gets his connection on towards Camo and now instantly down to 3.
Ruxic now looking for something on ramp, but it's actually the trade from Angel. Nats will negate that though.
And we're down to a 2v3. It becomes doable, right? Serial's got ult here. This ain't over. Hero's got to stand tall here, beat the denier of the space. He holds the side of this map well. Now putting Serial in a world of trouble.
Have to try and recover a 1v3. Hero shows his hand. There's a little bit of a gap here. Face shell coming through. Everything being thrown at him. Navi, confidence to close this one out. Bringing it within 2 now. Still, plenty of ultimates available. Even with the showstopper being invested here. I think as well, yeah, Nats and Serial maybe now another 5 to 10 seconds potentially to sniff out Hero, but
Launching thorns.
credit where credit's due. He said, yeah, still the Cosmic Divide. Hero still got his ultimate, 2 away for Angel.
Launching thorns.
Cover going
Only an advantage here for Navi. So still, 3 members of Liquid looking fairly flush financially. Chip away at this lead.
Be cautious now. A lot of util put to try and pry out these sort of positions, pressuring towards middle. A little bit of an exchange, but a very long-held 1-3-1. That's now joining.
Ton of time burnt up by these smokes in mid. Liquid. Reinforced behind it though. Koala Noob got to be careful. Looking for a pixel potentially. Won't be giving it.
Yeah, they're there though. Boombot should show it, and they're speeding up off that. The flash almost kind of denying the springboard off the back. So they get stalled out towards heaven.
Still a full 5v5 though. Members of NAVI tucking in.
God.
That's the ultimate from Hero, going to slow things down even further.
And they came equipped, but it doesn't mean you're going to be able to make it work.
30 seconds left.
Shorty locked in here. That's looking like it's perfect range towards Ruxic. 25 seconds now. Got to get a wiggle on here. And this site is deadly. Shao showing why. With one quick pick, but it's down to a 3v2. Liquid still with the numbers. Oh, big from Serial. It was a bold approach. Spike should be collected here.
10
Angel
seconds left.
far away. Looking unlikely to change this.
Spike planted.
How are you going to get all 3?
Nats down to 30 HP. Kiko tagged to 74, but Paint Shell will slow things down. Still got the showstopper as well. It's a tall order from the veteran IGL here. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe no shot at this.
Time to walk this one away. And it feels scrappy, this game, Mike. It feels like every time we had a late round then, couple of ults almost swinging it against Liquid. Doing well to survive through that, though. Seeing that come from Hero, I thought that could have been enough to change it.
It's rough here because I think Koala Noob's eyes are actually trained up towards heaven. He's the last one holding down B main. Serial, the only member of Liquid there. So that's the key engagement. That's where this kind of crumbles for Na'Vi. You can see them tucking into very deep, kind of ratty positions around the pillar. So yeah, just on the backside of that, as Serial finally comes out of the smoke.
It seems like quiet focus really among Liquid. It's like a step-by-step affair. Probably a wake-up call after map 1. It's not like this is getting easier. NAVI is still being nasty. Those 3 rounds sat by them, and obviously the map in the first. Now broken by, what can NAVI do with it? The other side for Liquid, decent purchase. Complemented by these ults now, sat favorably in their pocket. And not far away from Padatex, which I imagine he'll be getting pretty soon. Eyeing up for a chance towards middle. I mean, Camo halfway there, Nat's not a million miles away. NAVI gonna have to wait and watch in this one, as it's all eyes towards mid.
Yeah. A similar approach from Liquid, given this freedom previously. Now looking to capitalize on that. Showstopper popped as well to follow this Prowler through. Doesn't catch. Blinded Kiko. Can he find anything?
So this might fizzle out, just a blind send. Doesn't get what he wanted, but it's Nats to find Koala Noob. Pressure on the backside now. Hero outnumbered, but somehow Padatek didn't turn in that. Maybe dead set on watching CT push up. But it's Angel really to be the danger man here. Still with that Vandal. Shoulder to shoulder. 2 veterans! Angel wins it. Rifle dropped, all online. That should connect at least 2.
Mark 2.
Not the 3rd though. Serial still unaffected. Comes back in and denies Angel a step forward. The rifle in Xiao's hands now. Drop towards heaven. An attempt made, but an attempt is not enough. Liquid digging in now.
Up to 7. Definitely building upon those early successes. You said the ultimates looking very, very healthy for Liquid now with the upper hand in terms of the scoreline. Operator back in hand for Koala though. Xiao still sitting on the conflict divide.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, you're right. It's, even here on the player react, it's very calm in the Liquid camp right now. A big positive considering that map 1 performance. Felt a little shaky. The confidence was definitely something we were noting in some of the replays. That pep talk from Nats paying off here.
Last time around we saw this kind of stack up towards ramp. It worked really well actually for NAVI. Koala Noob trying to wait as long as he can. Facilitating the swing from Ruxic, who's not finding the shot he needs. So Camo's victory there opens up the green light to take towards A.
It doesn't actually get up onto rafters though. Site cleared out with the ultimate. They're going to know nobody else is here, so how do they adjust?
But they're close by heaven, right? NAVI have a lot of bodies up here early. The ult going to come in on top as well. Liquid diving into it, finding their safety, but mostly focused towards CT. This paint shell and sees. Yeah, it's really good. Koala Noob going to find Camo. The hindrance is made, the opportunity gathered. Time to try and gap close towards site, and no one can really see the spike easily. This is a tricky position to play from. A 1-for-1 trade, keeping it a 3v3. Nat still defending, still looking, still holding. Hero on the trade. Back and forth we go. And now the pressure's starting to mount. The play through from Hero, leaving just Serial alive. And it looks like he's done enough here. The time truly starting to deplete as Xiao has to bow away.
A really tough spot for Nats to be in. Gives up the pit to defend site, knowing they have the late round pieces here in that post plant. Red Bull clutch here from Serial. And Koala Noob and Angel just almost can't sync up here.
Nice, good job.
Surprisingly calm, actually. You almost want a little more energy in there.
A little dash, but maybe just...
The best of both worlds, please.
Oh. I mean, maybe they just need to see it as business as usual, right? Remove that pressure. Look, Liquid have a reputation for a couple of moments in high-pressure games. Maybe upon the past. But for now, we focus on what could be the future here. Camo Looking for the commitment, trying to find his corner to play from, and he's got it. Hero! Unawares! This is Camo! Perfect play off the divide! Gorgeous! Ruxic tries to make a stand, but Liquid power on forward! Leaving Koala Noob a mile away, with an operator that he has to bring in now.
Well, best operator in the region. What can you do in a 1v4 here?
Well, that's a start.
First found.
That's a double stack towards heaven.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's trying it. But trying is not enough. 9-3, Mike. Liquid look like they found a way back.
Yep. Definitely found a way to bounce back here on Split. Looking so damn confident. Maybe just rip the band-aid off from a tough loss on Icebox, but Na'Vi got to find a response here in the second half.
One enemy remaining.
And I think a lot of us had concerns after map 1 as to the state, really, the Liquid were in. Na'Vi showed their diligence, they came out swinging, and they did what was necessary for themselves. A 13-11 map 1. And it looked quiet in the Liquid camp. It didn't look right, it felt frayed, it felt fraught. Here in map 2, though, Liquid's choice, a 9-3 on the half, is dreamy.
Yeah, I think the domestic record now starting to come to fruition for Liquid when they need it most.
Time to jump.
See the loss to Fnatic. Bitter, but outside of that, there's been many hiccups along the way on Split. This composition has been definitely a note of comfort for them. Very early piece here from Na'Vi towards B. Getting way ahead of the utility. Kiko finally puts Koala to bed.
Oh, look at this util. There's no access here. And it ain't even just Nats, it was a team effort. Angel, going back to spawn. Run it again.
Well, looking to fake the steps and at least force Liquid to consider the possibility towards mid. Angel now spotting out Kiko.
Do you believe in the Angel 1v3?
Well, today,
Today?
it's against 3 ghosts though.
Tricky. He's got a horn.
He's got a shield.
That's what I'm saying. We doubting Angel after what he's done?
Well, does Patter take note actually the drift all the way? Yeah, no, he does, yeah.
Yes, Angel's not very quiet. Angel's quite loud, actually.
30 seconds
good.
left.
No, you know what? How dare I doubt him after map 1. Angel here. Hellraiser from map 1. The 1v3. Position noted, but it's fine, it's Angel. Oh god, the Prowler too, it's not looking good. And he's got to stop the defuse at some point. He doesn't want to. Do you know what? Have it. I don't even want it. Nats is going to find him in the end. It's 10 found quickly for Liquid.
Crunch outside B maining, allowing Koala in with the satchels. So luckily picked off at the perfect time here for the crunch on the gravity well.
One enemy remaining.
Bread and butter set up from Team Liquid will give them their 10th.
Don't you do this, Angel? After what he did to you on map 1? That's a bold maneuver, Patatek. Brother, you're 1 kill above him.
I was going to say, don't poke the beast. Do not poke the beast.
Get him, Angel. We do have a force-up coming out from NAVI.
Trying to make these stingers work in round 2. I think as well, that's why you see Liquid fully investing here. So you know that on double digits, NAVI's hand potentially forced. On the attacking side.
Here we go. It's going to get a little bit dangerous. You woke up, Angel, and he's found a reply. Shao picking up the mantle as well. Patatek. Now you don't want to make this look silly, do you? Serial by your side.
No way they anticipated being here, though.
Oh, that's big. Oh, that's huge. There we go. Now you can get up.
Talk.
Give it larger than 3 there. That could be really signing it. And 11-3, NAVI can't get off the starting blocks.
Just a smirk across the Nats is holding in laughter as well. Beautifully done. It didn't quite catch the timing there. The Patatek, like I said, there's no way NAVI would expect him to be here. And the backstab, beautiful. To find the 11th for Liquid. NAVI, a pause for thought here. Obviously going to see the reinvestment.
Maybe we just need Spectres. We're not allowed Stingers. Maybe we get Spectres. Could that be our thing?
I mean, that is it's, yeah,
Really trying.
clutching at straws, yeah.
Trying.
Scraping the barrel.
EMEA. Before I get in trouble. NAVI with 3. What are we doing here? What's the game plan, Mike?
Well,
game plan.
I mean,
You're on the comms.
The benefit being that, see, there was blood drawn on the side of Liquid, but and no surprises to see the investment coming back in. NAVI want to make the best they can to hold Liquid at 11. It's a long road back in here. Actually, 6 rounds unanswered across the half as well. Rough here, looks as if NAVI may be going to have a look towards mid. On the other side of things, Liquid already positioned. Yeah, so we'll get this poison orb down.
Rip and tear.
So NAVI technically have the better buy. And, well, that was a Stinger kill. It was quickly quelled. But at least we got 1. Oh, Kiko, how's it looking for you? Not bad. All right, here we go. This shouldn't be the round that Liquid continue their pathing on. This is Bulldogs up against Stingers and Sheriffs, but it is a 3v3.
Patatek looking to make his work once again. Serial potentially getting curious outside B. Oh, not rewarded for it though. Ruxic will shut him down. Paranoia in the backlines here for NAVI that somebody else has found their way into spawn. Chance though, potentially for Camo to find a weapon.
NAVI taking the tour.
They love running the clock down.
And you love an RV round.
Longest route possible to A site.
Double back through spawn.
Now let's go B.
Run it back.
30 seconds left.
Plant here. This time, Patatek not going to get the same sort of positioning he did before. Going to have to play a
planted.
little bit more standardized. But all 3 are on the side. He's got Haunts, he's got Caesars, he's got Proud, he's got the whole shebang. He ain't used one of them yet. But Rook's going to get contact, and Patatek slipped close. And why is no one watching him? Finally, they catch him as NAVI. Do find, I don't want to say stability, but a step back.
Problem being, obviously, with the force purchase coming in, Liquid actually riding that one out. In terms of the weaponry they had. We'll come back into this now with a purchase. Probably going to be some gaps.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, actually, lucky Shao even catches Patatek when he does.
Boys, we can do this. Let's go.
A believer.
It's definitely been quieter today, though.
Yeah, he's been giving it up until now. I need a little fire. Oh, that's one way to start it out for Camo, though. Rooksik's gone, which makes things quite difficult. Fortunately for them, they still have Shao to provide some smokes if they need it, but certainly makes things trickier. Oh my god,
Hero
Hero.
as well, down to 10 HP. Rest of Na'Vi following in the footsteps, the traditional footsteps of Angel here. We're up mid. Nats back off the angle now by this pressure. Draws out a star though, no real threat developing.
Angel in the 1v2 up towards heaven.
Rest of Na'Vi huddled into B main now. Try and find something. Serial here positioned on the box.
Oh, that could be lethal. Oh! Apparently it's fatal instead. Ooh, that was a bold maneuver, and at the same time a paint shell kill does come in as well. Koala Noob going down, leaving Hero, who's already damaged, pretty much dead and buried. Kiko confirms it as Liquid make it up to 12.
Beautiful stuff from Liquid to readjust here. Na'Vi still feeling the pinch of this next purchase. The timing's perfect as well. Kiko to find that kill, get the reset on the paint shell. You're getting the third in hand after the round concludes. Showstopper available for him now. Patatech 2 away, Nats 2 away as well. Na'Vi almost feeling like they're going to run it down towards A here, see what sticks. Slow start, actually, in Koala Noob. Gets ahead of Camo. Finds an angle he wasn't anticipating.
Oh, but Patatech starting to do a lot of damage, really. The C's nicely timed too, just in case anyone tried to slip side, but Ruxic taking the express pass. Is the plant going to come down? And I'm looking at the reposition.
But they can't huddle into sight here with the Showstopper. Still got a paint shell. Angel disconnected, 61 HP as well.
Didn't know what he was up to, and he's chilling out now. Kiko, away we go. Doesn't look very accessible. Probably don't want to go through there, but he's actually got a way forward. He's only down to 77, still very doable. Maybe a chip damage at best, but a 3v3. Good work from Hero and Ruxic in unison. Nats and Kiko, though, finding their replies. Just down to Ruxic here. This has been a one-sided affair, no two ways to put it. Can Ruxic hold on? Or is this one closed out? You're going to have to challenge at some point. Boys, a nice try. But nice is not nice enough. 13-4, Team Liquid coming back into this series and taking us the distance.